feed for them mostly every day on the days I'm not busy. And that usually goes well. I'm right now like cooling off because it's so humid outside, but it's also so hot. And I was also trying to look at some stuff out there that I was noticing. And so that took me a little longer, but like I said, I'm back now. So let me just put my comments to correct settings real quick. But we're back. So once again, if anyone here is new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or a moderator of mine that's been here recently, welcome back. I am cooling off right now. I'm sweating as heck, so don't mind this front right now. So just mind that. But I hope everyone's been doing well and all that. And yeah, so we're just hanging out for a bit. I like to hang out with you guys because you guys are awesome like that. Also, if you're new, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future updates of like when I post a video or a short, or if I post something on here, or if I do a live, any of the following that's around our channel on here, that's on this community. You'll get all like first things updates. No one else but y'all, except I mean, if you're new too, you also get the updates too, but that's if you subscribe. But subscribers are the ones that get all the updates direct. That's on here. But if you're not in here, you would have to subscribe in order to get those updates from that end. So, anyway, right now I'm just cooling off at the moment. So, that's why my bangs are literally at the side right now. And y'all, the only times you're gonna possibly ever see me with my bangs to the side is if I'm sweating or if I got out of the shower. Those are like the only times that my bangs go that way. Like I have them put that way so that way they dry facing that way. But also it's easier so this way sweat and water doesn't try to like come directly down and get into my face, and make that worse. You know? It's just helpful for me until it's a lot less crazy and all the things. And so anyway, um yeah. Anywho, um Joe, I see you're new, so welcome. Alexis, I think you're new too. Welcome as well. Um, but yeah, I could tell that we're starting off with new ones, which is awesome. Anthony, welcome. How are you doing? Can I hear? I'm gonna ignore that comment anyway. How's my day going? My day's been going well. It's been pretty good, just relaxing at home today, which is nice and all that. But yeah, that's all I've been up to. And so, yeah, so for those of you who are just now swinging in, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to get all of the latest updates that you might not want to miss, you know? So, um, yeah. Okay, what? Okay, I'm so confused on all the numbers are going on here. Anyway, but yeah. And also, I will say just a few things as well as everyone's coming in here, please, as just a couple of little things to note. Don't try to spam certain stuff over and over because not me, not a mod, but a YouTube administrator will block you on their half. Just because, they'll think that, oh, they're doing not things that they shouldn't be doing and all things, but I just want to say this now before something does happen and I didn't address it. This way we all know while we're only a few minutes into the live restarting back up after an hour. Well, after basically, yeah, an hour and all that. Yeah, I'm not saying no one's gonna do anything. I'm just stating that just right now, so that way, when stuff does continue to go on, we're not saying that while it's happening, right? it's better to address stuff like that when you can before it's too late and someone just you know would end up out just because of it. You know, it's always good in any situation to address stuff early as possible. Even on here, I'll address like little things, just as like reminders, not anyone to be spooked by it or anything. Just as just a friendly reminder to those of you that are joining. And also a little bit about me to get to know me a little bit for my new subscribers on here. My name on YouTube is Sunset Queen. I am 20 years old. I am a Libra. I am also a 20-year epileptic survivor, and I'm just blessed to be alive at this point. I will say that right now. Like, I'm just thankful to be alive today because I wouldn't. But, yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I've also been doing YouTube for about 5, almost 6 years. So, for almost 6 years in May, like May 20th will be officially 6 years I've done YouTube, but I noticed that earlier and yesterday, which is crazy to believe it's been that long. But there was a time in between in those years where I did stop for a little bit because of school at that time. But then now, since I'm back, since I'm graduated from high school, I have a lot more time to get back and at it with you and just continue what we do. Anyway, oh, thanks. I very appreciate it on your comment there, Lawrence. That's a cool name. And that's a cool name too. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, we're getting a lot of people here, which is awesome. But for those of you who are just coming in, please be sure you guys are tapping the like button if you haven't. I see a good four of us have started that, so thank you so much to those of you who have been doing that. I very, very appreciate it. Let me also get one ready to hang on talking. And like I said, the reason why my bangs are to the side right now is because I'm sweating like crazy. But I'm hydrating every few minutes as well, so to make that speed up a little bit. But yeah. It's just because it's so humid outside and all the things. But y'all, Texas winter can do that sometimes. I will say that. You never know I'll say with Texas winter, you never know what you're gonna get each day. Like one day it can be cloudy one day, it can be sunny the next, or it can be hot one day, it can be humid the next, or it can be a good medium where it's not too cold or too hot, but it's just right? So you never know what each day in Texas is gonna do to you. Like today it's decided to literally be in the late 80s and it being so humid outside. Like, ugh. Like even right now I feel absolutely disgusted. Just from doing what I was doing out there. Oh, I mean, like I said, you gotta stay hydrated. Is all you gotta do. That's all you can do about it is hydrate and keep yourself cool as you can. You know, but yeah, it's important. Just let me say this, it's really important to stay hydrated because you never know what's gonna happen, you know. But Raymond, welcome back. Like I did tell you guys I was gonna be back because, like I said, I only had to get off for only like an hour just because I had to do something at the time, so it kind of required me to actually be off. But yeah, so um, yeah, that's good. Anyway, um, yeah. So that's just what's going on there, though, y'all. And so, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so, yes, we're just hanging out. So feel free to ask questions down below and all that. And y'all, even we're gonna go out now too. 'Cause even my boyfriend said that he's busy, so he couldn't call me, which is totally okay. So like he told me earlier. So luckily that gives me time to continue chat with you guys. But yeah, he's good like that. He's pretty good about letting me know when he is um when he has stuff he has to do. He lets me know pretty well. I mean, there's times I'm having to remind him maybe every now and then. Just be like, hey, don't forget, try to let me know when you're busy. So this way I'm not trying to bust your phone or anything. you know, because I'm not trying to be someone that does that. You know. It's very helpful. I only have him say something like this to me is if he's busy or it's gonna be a delayed meeting. Hey, we might need a call around this time instead of our normal timeline because there's something I gotta do, but I can get done enough to where it won't affect like extreme periods of time, like, you know. And then he'll be like, "Hey, can we?" Or for example, he'd be like, "Hey, can we call it now?" I'd be like, "Yes, that's fine." Or hey, or for example, if I was busy, I would tell him the exact thing. 'Cause I'm pretty good about that too myself. And being like, "Hey, just let you know, like tomorrow, I know I can't because I gotta be at Bible study tomorrow because that's tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow's gonna be busy because I've got Bible study in the morning for like church normal, and then I'm working with kids that same day, so I'm only gonna be in Bible study for like the first 45 minutes. So from 9 to 9:45, and then all the way from 9:45 all the way through 11:30 almost in the morning. I am working with pre-K, so it's one of those where it's like I am on the go like crazy. And so, um, yeah, but that's what you gotta do. But y'all, I love what I do though, so it's not like it's something where it's like a crime to me. But I love doing what I do though. But yeah, I do it about at least every month or at least every other month or so, just depending on my schedule and all that. So I can't wait to be back with the kids tomorrow and just continue seeing them develop and just see them do well and all that. But yeah, so the heck was out there? You look like you get your. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you right now, I'm drinking water now because it is literally hot outside. It's a good reminder for us all to be hydrated. Especially even though we're only like 2 months away from it being summer, but still stay hydrated even in spring. That's well. 'Cause there's gonna be points during spring where you literally do get hot from it, Especially in Texas, it gets crazy. But Texas where does a bunch of crazy things that we think doesn't happen in other states and all that. So, um, yes, that's why I'm just cooling off right now, and I've been cooling off for a good few minutes. But and even that's why my bangs are on the side right now, just to let them cool off and all that. And like I told a lot of you guys, the only times you are seeing my bangs to the side is if I am sweating like crazy, or if I literally got out of the shower, or if I got out of the pool. Really, any of those three, which is the same thing as the first option. But yeah, but other than that, they're directly in front half of the time, and so um yeah. Anyway, thank you for that's actually. But yeah, so that's just what is happening. Yeah, like looking. But yeah, so that's what's going on there, though. Yo, let's go. 5 people have liked the live. I appreciate it. What y'all are amazing. I will say that right now. for those of us in here. Um, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, it's just one of those where I'm just cooling off in here. But yeah, so yeah, hang on. I'll put you guys in here. Hang on. Let's see this. Here we go. So I was trying to find the right hair ties. I have like a lot of them out at the moment. So, um, yeah. So hang on. Give me just a minute to, um, yeah, my hair's getting so long and it's like, some of it, I feel like it's getting to that point where it is hard, hard to, not hard to do stuff with it, but like, sometimes like doing certain hairstyles, I'm almost having to like really tense up parts of me just to get it. Like okay, first of all, y'all should have seen me Wednesday night trying to get ready, trying to get my hair up. Like I was doing it in bubble like in a bubble braid. And y'all, I had to tense my back like crazy when I got uh, to a few sections because of how long my hair is. And so it's getting to that point where literally I'm having to like tense my back in spots just to make it cooperate. But hey, whatever I gotta do to make it work is what we kind of have to do. So we don't really have that much of a choice to do. And so, yeah. So hey, whatever we have to do just to make it work is what matters. Oh, but I did see something in the comments. But yeah. Anyway, let me. It's pretty crazy, you guys. And so, anyway, oh my gosh, I'm literally trying to hold this up. Okay, good. We're not having to do any. Okay, good. Thank goodness I'm not having to tie it back up for at least a good bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're gonna have it up right just for a little bit, just to keep it going. In here, Bravo, welcome back. How are you doing? And I'm backing at it. I had to leave only for a little hour because I was doing something, but I'm back and we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue because I'm also not doing a lot right now. So that's just what's going on. Sophia, I can pretty much tell you're new, so welcome. How are you doing? My hair is crazy. If I'm about to see a hair pro cut, I'm gonna lose it, which is already won by the end. But that's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'll tell you, I'm doing pretty good myself, and which I bet you're trying to see how my day was. But I get. I mean, trust me, I've been the person too before who also accidentally has autocorrected stuff half of the time as well. So trust me, you're not the only person I've seen that's autocorrected something. I've been the exact same way too. But I kind of knew what you were saying. But I've been doing pretty good though, is what I will tell you. And so, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you should have literally seen me Wednesday trying to literally get this thing. Like, cause I was literally, cause I don't know, for the kids that night, I decided to pin my hair back in a bow braid, and y'all, I had to do. Let's just say I kind of had to get my back out just a little bit, just cause when I got to kind of like the last parts of it, whew, it was a workout trying to get it consistent enough to hold. But it's because my hair's getting so long to the point where I mean, it's really only been that hairstyle that's really done it to me. And I'm like, God, really, I'm having to work my own brains out just to get it to function, you know? But yeah, but yeah. So yeah, so for right now, for a little bit, I'm gonna have it up in a braid, just it braid it back for a little bit, and then I'll put it back to normal. All that. Let's go with 6 people like in the chat. Um, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, um, yeah. Anyway, oh my god, having to really get this up here. But yeah, but anyway, this is what's going on there, though. Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing. And so yeah, that's just what's been going on though, y'all. But yeah, so pretty wild. But yeah, it is crazy. But y'all used to be an athlete back in the day, so even wearing stuff like this is not really that much new. But yeah, pretty crazy. And so um yeah, it's wild to believe. But yeah. And so thanks. It's actually a Bucky shirt actually I'm wearing right now. It's from Easter. Because it was so funny because I was actually this was actually back like a couple weeks, at least a few weeks back. Or not, what was it? It was a week after no, it was a week after spring break. Um of when me and my wife were hanging out. That because for example, I went to his college programs, Bramball, like I've went there for like 4 years in a row. At least four. Yeah, it's like 4 years in a row because I went there ever since I was a junior in high school. So like basically like 2020, like early 23 year, early 2022, late 2023 year, just crazy. Um, but um, yeah, and the funny part was when because we were going out there, because that same day we drove to, well, it was like the morning of though. We went out there and drove to the hotel to get there. Well, first we had to. Well, at first I had to go to. I went to Kohl's at first to see if they would have any good shoes that would work with my outfit I was wearing to that, and then didn't. And then we went to a doctor's appointment of my mom's that was also in the same direction. So we went to her appointment, which went well. Just a simple doctor's appointment that she had to get done, just normal stuff that us females have to get done late in life, but just it's just all the female appointments they had to do. And so yeah, so she just had a quick doctor's appointment that she had to be at for something. Um, and then after that we went to Tanger Outlets, which is a mall out in Texas. It's pretty cool. It's basically it's got all kinds of places like all malls do. Um, and and actually, y'all, that was actually where I found the boots I showed you guys earlier. But for those of you that were not here when I was kind of re-showing those, um, that's actually where I found these cute boots at. These cute short boots at. Um, which were literally the cutest thing ever. And so, um, but yeah. Elena, I see you're new, so welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, so they're really cute in the corner. But yeah, so let me see here. Bucky's is like like a gas station restaurant. Yeah, it's a convenience store. And yeah, and actually what's kind of yeah. I mean not really places, but I mean, yeah, I think it just depends on the area. But yeah, I don't know if I think I've spotted any in our area, but when I was out, but I was actually um 2 hours away. Like my boyfriend, for example, um basically lives 2 hours out. So I was basically 2 hours out from here though. Like I was kind of right around the area, like I was actually around Hazlet, like almost in the Hazlet area. And so at that time, which is Texas both, because I don't know. It was like almost Hazlet area that I was located in. And so, um, yeah. But it was so funny because on this one day, because at one point we had to make a pit stop at one point because we had to get gas. And then we also just went in and one poked around for a minute. And I saw, and it was so cute because one part of the store, I literally saw they literally had these really cute Easter shirts. I'm like, okay, okay, that's cute. And so I went and see if they had my size, and they did. A K through XL. I also wear twos, but mainly I also wear threes. But that's if I'm online. Or if they don't have any trucks in stock, I can try to look for a three. But also, it's really cool. I'm gonna step back so I can show you the back. The back's cool too, as well. Um, and so, um, it's really neat as well. But, um, yeah, it's also really cute and all that as well. So, um, yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks. Yes, and yeah, it's definitely a really good spring shirt to wear. I mean, it's a really good shirt you can still kind of wear even all around. Like it doesn't have to be just a once a year thing you wear. It's cute. Plus, Bucky's they have a lot of really cute things in there. I will say. Like on the front, it's got some little like Easter eggs on the side, and then Bucky wearing a hat with the bunny ears poking out, which is really cute. Yeah, and even some has a bunch of like spring colored mixed, and the back too has like a bunch of cool stuff on the back too as well. But yeah, and so it's pretty cool. And so, um, let me think. I think I decided to wear this. I think the second day I left. I think the day after I left. And so, um, yeah. But anyway, um, yeah. So it's pretty cool. But yeah. So yeah, we're just hanging out though, y'all. So, Um, if you could add, if you could add one holiday to the calendar, what would it be called? Hmm. And what would it be about? And what day would it be on? Ooh, Brahma, you definitely nailed that question down. Ooh, oh gosh. Hmm. Oh, that's a good question. If I can, golly, that's a good deep one too. Goodness. Oh. Um. Oh, that is a good one. Oh my gosh. Um. Yeah, that could be a good question there too. Oh God. Oh, boy. If I were to celebrate it on, that is really a so tricky question. Oh my gosh. Okay, if I just was like on day hmm, hang on. If I could add a holiday to the calendar, what would it be called? I'm gonna think that first part through first. Oh gosh. And what would it be about? I'm gonna think it that way. Um, oh gosh. Oh, really, that is a tricky question. Like, bro, I can tell you thought that question through, cause oh, I don't know. I really do not know, honestly. Um, like, just let me get things I can put. That's so to pick. Goodness. Y'all, let me say this. That's probably the best question I think I've seen in my life so far. So, Rama definitely just got an A plus on that. Cause wow, even he got me thinking hard, like really deep that I can't even come up with something. Like goodness, that just went to show something, y'all, right there. That's crazy. Um, oh gosh, what would I call it? Um, oh goodness. Um, I really don't know. I really don't know. Oh, like I said, I think I was like, I don't know. I'll have to come back to that because that is so hard to think about. Um, honestly, but that is definitely a question to put in my head for sure to think on. But Brahma just killed that question good. Like like I said, that's probably the best question I think I have literally seen in my lives so far, at least from what I've seen. Okay, yeah, yeah. Like I said, ask questions. That's why I bring that up a lot. Is ask questions in the chat because it brings up a topic for me. Like, okay, this is what I'll say next to answer so and so. So that's good. Um, but this goes to everyone. Y'all can ask questions in the comment section. Just all I say with it is don't go the opposite of that to where you know I don't want anything happening to anybody. And so, and it can be anything. Just don't, like I said, just don't flip it and go the opposite of what you're asking to trying to ask something that might make me feel uncomfortable or just things that are kind of stupid that people might not even want to be hearing getting answered. But um it can, like I said, it can be anything, just don't flip it. Don't flip the script on it and make it something totally dumb for me to be like, okay, why did someone just ask that? Because who wants to even see that? Not me. That's all I do say with questions, though. But other than that, a lot of us are pretty good, though, otherwise, with that. I mean, there's been a few times I've gotten people go that route, but other than that, everyone else on here has been doing pretty well about keeping it age appropriate and keeping it good enough where it doesn't make me go wild at somebody. In which I don't want to have to be somebody who goes after someone. Let's see. What state would you like to live in the most, other than the state you already do? That's also ooh, probably. Oh gosh. Okay, out of all states, that's what I'm in. What state would I probably live in? Um, I probably would want to live somewhere tropical because I feel like living somewhere tropical would be really cool because you would get pretty cool sunset views, but also probably anywhere that has really good sunset perspectives would be really cool. So, because I mean, y'all, let me say this. Ever since I moved to East Texas, y'all, ever since living out of the dang country, who would have thought I would have saw literally probably the best sunsets out here. Like, let's see, I'll pull up some examples. Like, the bunch. Like, there's a ton of these, and I've got more than just these two. I'll put up front so you can see it better. But it's crazy. And they're from different angles too, but look, it's crazy. It's a flagpole. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see. There's others I've got because I've got I think a little more than what y'all are seeing. Um, let's see. Let me. Uh, let's see. Give me a second. I'm trying to pull up some more that I've gotten from recent. Like for example, here's some more. This has me behind it as well. And then let's see what else. Oh, hang on. What the heck? Sorry, I was trying to pull up some other stuff and it's just on the way. And then this is another one too. And then and I'll show you a few more just to give you ideas. There's a bunch though. This is one of my favorite ones though. I'm not gonna. And actually, that last one I just showed you, actually, I took that one actually when me and AJ were out here back. This was like I think back in November or so. I think. I think it was back in November, which it was so cool. But yeah, literally out here, sunsets are crazy. Then, because kind of where I used to be, because y'all, I used to live back in Fort Worth, and y'all, out there you only can see bits of it, but not the best level of the AKC life. In the city, you can't even see that well up a good sunset view, unlike you can in the country. But also in the country, you can also see the stars like 5 times better than you could. Like, it's so cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's wild to think about. But yeah. Um, yeah, let's see here. But yes, like literally, I would live anywhere, either tropical or anywhere also with also similar best sunsets to what I've been showing you guys. Cause my gosh, y'all, I would get addicted. I mean, y'all, I'm already addicted to the sunsets. Like that's my name title, but still, it's crazy. And honestly, ever since being out here, that's kind of when I got addicted to it more. Like, actually, addiction happened. Because y'all, I never have seen a sunset this good ever, and it's almost like a masterpiece in my life. I'm like, wow, knowing that now I'm living out here where I'm every day getting the best sunset action is insane. Like, It's wild. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't live in a state or so, or not in a good area that has non-disposable sunsets, well, I will say that's crazy. But um, but also the thing is living on the country too is you don't. There's not a whole lot like I will say there's some good parts about being out of the country, but then parts of always not really being out here. Because I mean, out in the country, there's some places where they don't have so many of them. Like some places, like when it comes to like doctor's offices, you have to be at, or grocery stores. There's not a whole lot of environments. Anything really out? I mean, there's stuff out here. I'm not gonna lie, but not like good enough stuff that you would. I mean, there are good stores that for example, there's Walmart here. Like Walmart's still out here. Kroger is, and also I think is still out in my area, which is impressive to think about. Oh my gosh, I had to push this chair down. But then also in doctor's offices, like let's say if you're someone who has to be like me and you have to go see a specialist mostly every year for your medical condition, there's not a whole lot of places within certain cities that have a lot of it. Like, I mean, luckily where I go for my neurologist appointments, thankfully there's a doctor nearby, thankfully, and all that. And I think for my eye doctor, I think I have to be a little bit further than I am, so I have to go maybe a few minutes more just to get to my eye doctor appointments every couple years and all that. And so hey, it's one of those. And also even driving schools, y'all. Even I've noticed that they're like like I feel like nowadays with driving schools, like out here, it's at least a few minutes further than I'm having to be at and all that. Because even that's what I've been doing is I've been also looking up driving schools in my area to get ideas to look into because I'm trying to be licensed eventually. Because y'all, I'm 20, I'm almost 21, and that does need to happen soon. Because I'm not trying to you know just slick it off. Be like, okay, I'm gonna do it in 20 years. No, not even close. And even though I'm not in a big rush or anything, but just still, it's good to eventually get at it. You know, it's one of those. But everyone should everyone should live within 30 minutes to an hour of a hospital, but so many of you don't. Yeah, I mean, there's hospitals out here, thankfully too, obviously. Um, like there is some hospitals I think for us that I think are close enough. Thank the Lord, thankfully. And all that. Um, and y'all, let me say this. Praise God, I've not had to been hospitalized in like I want to say about okay, 13, 14 me was what? At least a good few years. Thank goodness. Like I was at least 13, 14 when I was last hospitalized, but that was because of a sickness I had and just checking that out for a couple days. And then also getting a CT just to I think also check that or to check my scoliosis diagnosis. But that diagnosis didn't happen until like a Monday when I was at my primary care physician for a checkup from what I've had happen to me and all that. And so, um, yeah, that's when I heard all the crazies. And so, but this was back when I was still in the city though. So in the city, though, you have a lot more areas you can get to for things and all that, you know. But yeah. Yeah, like where I used to live, I was probably a good like couple minutes away from the hospital, thankfully. So thankfully I wasn't that far before. Now I think now I think I'm still a decentable amount away, but not I don't think that much from what I've looked. But I'll have to see though, cause you know. You never know when something could happen, which I pray never does, and all the things. But like I said, praise God, I've not had to been hospitalized since I was like 13, 14. Thank goodness for that. And I hope I never am, which would be great, you know? Like, that would be great, because it's expensive these days. But, um, yeah. So, um, yeah. That's what you gotta do sometimes. But, um, yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy and all that. Okay, now I'm gonna attempt to put this back straight. Okay, there we go. Now I can resume these bangs back to normal. See, that's what I mean. I have to have them out for at least a good few minutes just to let them dry off enough where it's not gonna make me crazy. Anyway, let me see here. Do you have a hidden talent or a party trick? That's a good question. Oh gosh, do I? That's a good one. Let me think. Is a hidden talent? I feel like I honestly. Oh, that's though. Do I? Huh. That's a good one. I have to think on that one too. Oh, do I? Trying to think. I mean, I think for me it kind of depends on it, but with me, I'm not quite sure on that one. But yeah, that's me though with that statement. But yo, 6 legs, let's go. But yeah, that's what I'll say in terms of all the above and all that. But um, yeah, let's see. I'm gonna look through my outfits actually and get options out so I can show a friend these later. But um, yeah. Hang on. Let me just send something to a friend real quick. Anyway, um, that's just what's going on there. But let's see. Okay, so for reference, I know about. Okay, let me think. With when I was at church a week ago, I know I was wearing my plaid. Okay, I was wearing my white and gray plaid, so that's helpful to know. But let's see. Out of my options to select. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some options out to start. So that way, when I go to show um one of my friends in a little while options, that I've got some. But yeah. I mean, one of the things I know I am gonna be wearing is tennis shoes tomorrow, cause y'all, I'll be on my feet for literally, like, I'll be off my feet for the first like 45 minutes, and then for the rest of it, I'm gonna be for like the rest of like probably like 2 hours. I'll be out pretty much on my feet, and so it's just one of those kind of days. So it's work series mode. Um, but um, yeah, it's crazy. So that's what you gotta do. And so, anyway, this is what you kind of have to do sometimes. Let's see. I think I'm gonna select either. Um, So, oh, here I see something. If you could change your name, what new name would I select? Ooh, if I had to, okay, if I had to pick a new name for myself, what would it be? Um, I probably would say Audrey because I will say this, you guys. Some of the game, okay, so I will say this. I probably would say Audrey because y'all, that's like my role play name. Like some of the role play games I have played in Roblox. Y'all, when I've had that option to like select like a different like a role play name in that game, I would literally be I don't know why Audrey would be the one name I select, but it just sounded cool. And a lot of times there's some games I would switch it up. I would spell it the normal way, but then I would spell it Audree. So I kind of would do it, or I would kind of switch it up a little bit. So either I would do the normal traditional spelling of Audrey, or I would also put, and then sometimes I would also would spell it um Audree to make it cool. You know, yeah, I would definitely name myself that because that'd be pretty cool. You know, hey there, Matthew. I can see you're new, and also girl fun. Kendra, welcome back. I just noticed, yeah, so I might let me think for a second. How you doing? But yeah, Audrey suits me well. Oh my gosh. Yo. Why do I even act like this is date? Oh my god. How funny. But yeah. Can I have your first off, Matthew, I am taken as heck. So don't try to be flirting with me in this chat. I will just say that real quick. But you can just be friends like normal. I'll just say that. Because I am taken. And I'll say this real quick. For my guys in the chat, don't try to be flirting with me. I mean it. I really don't. I really don't. Just because you approach me on this here does not mean you go, oh, she's cute. I'm gonna go flirt with her. Different story there. And so, um, yeah, I'll just say that real quick. But yeah, I'll just say that. Anywho, let me continue what I was doing. But yeah, like that would be like my freaking roleplay name. Like literally, if I had to change my name right now, that's what the name would be. Because I've used it so many times in my freaking. That's because that's literally been the roleplay name I've used, literally in several roleplay games I've played before. Like I said, I don't know why, but I don't know, it's just cool. Just funny. Yes. But um yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go up here because I think I did miss some comments too. Thanks. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It'd be neat, be like, it'd be neat, be crazy. That'd be pretty crazy though, I'll say that. But then let me think this way. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. I'm laughing at myself like that. Hang on. Hang on. Oh my gosh, imagine how that would sound. I am sorry, I'm going crazy, but I'm like, oh my god. Imagine how that would sound. Ah, alright. But literally, it's like, because literally, it's so crazy. But yeah, like, I literally, like, literally, in those games, that's what I would do. Like, especially when it gives you that option to pick whatever name you like. That's what I just did, because I mean, you know, keep doing that. Y'all keep asking questions in the chat because this is one way to get to know each other, especially for all of our new people in here. but also it's a good way for all of us to get to know each other ourselves. And so, um, it's pretty awesome like that. But yeah, pretty crazy. Would you rather go to space or to see what's in the deepest part of the ocean? Oh gosh. Oh. That's a good question. I probably would go to space because it would be really cool to see what everything looks like out there and how cool it actually is, you know? It would definitely be cool. And I mean, I've never been under the ocean before. But I've also never been to a beach before, so it's one of those. But also the thing is I'm short, so I could pretty much sink down there. So how would this suck for me? But mm, be crazy. But yeah, but definitely space would be cool because imagine seeing how cool everything looked up there and all that. And even kind of just seeing a lot of the planets like up close and all that. Sabrina, welcome back. How are you doing? I see you just came back. How are you doing? But it's pretty crazy. Let me think. What outfit do I select for Philippines? Oh gosh. Sorry, I'm also looking at my outfits too while I'm talking with you guys as well. And so, trying to look at just a few of these just to get out so that way I can show one of my friends in a little while of what to wear tomorrow. Because like I said, I've got kids I'm doing tomorrow, so it's one of those. It's one of those I'm scheduled, so I'm trying to look at something to get an idea. What have I not worn it for like in a while? Because I know for reference I wore, because I did wear this. Sorry, my dad's being a goofball next door. Caught on behind the scenes. Um, because for reference, like last week I know for church I wore was this really cute white and gray plaid top. I have a few different plaid tops though. Um, with leggings. I know. That's what I know I wore about a week ago. So my dad being crazy. And yeah. And I also need to look at my weather app too to also get an idea from it as well. But yeah. Let's see. That's so funny. Yeah. Pretty loud in the background. Snow. Yes, don't mind. I'm in the back. Yeah, hey, I'm speaking of that, let me actually check the weather for tomorrow really quickly on here so that way I can kind of look at that as an idea. So give me just a moment to check that. Tomorrow it's okay, so oh yeah, tomorrow's in the 80s. Dang, look at that. That's crazy. Oh yeah. Now let me look at the timeline to see what it tells me there. To get a visual. Okay, so 6 a.m. is when I get up. Okay, then when I leave at 8, it's 71. Wow. And then by the time I get out, it's 77. Dang! It's gonna be 77 by the time I can get out with the kids tomorrow. That's crazy. What? Okay. Wow. It's quick. Goodness. So that gives me a little bit of an idea route. But what? That's crazy. I'm sorry, I was looking at the weather just to get an idea of the outfits and what are out to look at. Cause that's crazy. Like, dang. What is your favorite fruit and least favorite? I'll probably say favorite fruit. Okay, let's split that down. My favorite fruit is probably bananas. They're really good. And then least, I don't know. Maybe I would say blueberries. I mean, I like them at first, but then there's sometimes some of them kind of have that like little weird sour hint at first for some of them. That's what I would say to answer that question there. But um, yeah, that's what I would say. Just because it will get your attention, like, whoa, that alert kind of idea. And so, I'm 20. I wish we had a girls' weekend. Most fave is orange and least is cantaloupe. Hmm, that's interesting. But yes, that's just what's been happening. And you know what? I actually need to take this one thing out of my wardrobe because I've been telling myself I would take this out because it is getting to the point where the neckline is making me crazy. And so, um, which is this one dress, which I mean, so now we're back down to one, so I gotta continue looking at other ones now. So hang on, let me. Gosh, Lena's falling out of place. So give me a bit. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I was just folding this dress on my bed, but remember to put that into donations for my mom to sell, because I cannot. Would you rather be in the dark, in the in a dark space, or hmm, space? No, great. You can do so. Okay. Would I rather be in the dark? Ooh. Hmm. Well, I don't know. I'll have to come back to some of it. Oh gosh. Yep. So now you guys, we're back down to one dress now again. So now it's just this one. So yeah, it's just down to this one. By me, there was a jumper though, so that doesn't count. So it's back to looking at more to go. Which y'all, this dress is really cute right here though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's long sleeve. I mean, it's also lightweight too, so it's also durable. But I'm not wearing that. I'm not wear anything now with kids though, so it's not like it's anything crazy. But yeah. So let's see. Oh, I do have this stuff. That's been a while. Let's see. Let's think. I want to wear something. What I wear? Let's keep that see through. Let's see. I'm just trying to look through and see which one I like. I'm trying to think. Hmm. How funny. Radio. Oh, and look at those trying to come out of place. So, um, I refuse to Google. Hey, just think of stuff you can is what matters. You don't have to. always, you know, just think to what you can and just do your best to know, you know, father doesn't have to be anything crazy. Probably put my phone in a good spot. You guys are gonna kind of, let's see. Okay, here we go. Now it's staying straight. It's taking a minute. There we go. Probably give me just a moment to answer a question. Yeah, this is a backup, but this is for uniform purposes. Gosh. I mean, I have worn this one once. I mean, it's so funny. It does fit, but it does fit so different on me for some reason. Um, but yeah, if I'm gonna stay up late tonight, let's PM and just have a little girls chat. Okay, I kinda wish I had it. Yeah. Okay, I continue looking at stuff real quick. Alrighty, so anyway, hang on, y'all. I'm looking through. I need to get this back phone because this is like pretty itchy score for me as well. So let me also put that up too. This could also be cute. Putting some stuff hanging from the beds that way. I know what to put there and what's not. Let's see, I do have what do I do with this? I mean, well, I mean, actually, looking at this, technically, I do kind of. It's more of a short dress, but it's neon, though. And I mean, but then I also do have the dress I wore, which was a part of my costume from Halloween. That's the only dress that I have, though. Sensible. Let's see. Let me think. The last time I was working with kids, what was I wearing? I don't even remember what I wore a few months ago when I was working. That's a hard question. I'd probably say regular space. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably say regular space because I don't even know what's happening out there. So I kind of agree with some of us that are saying similar responses. But, yeah, let me see here. Um, anyway. I mean, this is a cute option too, but when I mean, I could wear either or for option layouts. Crazy though. Oh, this option's cute though. Oh, I do have this face, but it's long sleeve. I mean, well, I mean, it does get cold sometimes indoors too, so, um, yeah. So, um, I'm gonna have to put some of this stuff just on the side, because I don't know. Honest. So maybe put either, things I not worn. Or I'll grab one of my t-shirts and see what works too. Anyway, let me look at the chat. So, um, So funny, I've got this shirt too, but this is like, this actually, this is a buff girl shirt, but would I even wear this with the kids tomorrow? Nah, wouldn't. Um, oh, you know what? I might get rid of this top too, cause the V-neck width is way too huge, and it just makes me nuts. So, um, but anyway. Exactly. Oh, yep, definitely true. Yeah, let me just put again. Just let me zoom in again. Oh, just it'll be nice enough. No. Um. I could probably wear this top of it an option, but I don't know if I would. But it would be cute though. Um. This is cute too, but it's kind of a little too. But yeah. So. This would be cute too tonight, but this last one, I don't know what I wore. It's so funny. Oh, I'm trying to think of everything else I know I've worn. What did I wear last night? Really don't remember. It's hard to even. It's honestly, it's hard to keep track what I even wear, even each one that I wore with the kids. So it's funny how I think that of myself. It's like, did I wear previously? So you know, I'm not wearing it after a good, but really cute too. But it would make me crazy because it's all staticky material. Uh, this would be cute. Uh, oh, I can get rid of this one top because like the neckline's way too big, and it makes again. This is why you even look through some of your stuff. Just be like, will you even wear it again, or will it just be donated? Which hey, there's so many things you can do with that. Don't give me a moment. We're definitely helping some of this move. Place. Anyway, anyone much out here? That's what else so quick. Okay, now I'm reading that check. This would be cute. I mean, whatever, right? I do know it ends with a sleeve. Alright, yeah. It's cute, but that would not really be a yeah. Let's see. On this side, though, probably going blind for some of this. Probably would select either um this top. Um this top would go. I don't know if I wore this or not. Some of these we're just gonna go in blind and just assume I think I've worn these, but not every top I have. So let's see, there's two. Then I'm trying to think. I'm wearing tennis shoes. Oh. Um, I can look also through my. Hey, I'm gonna put this on the outside of my door real quick, y'all. So give me just a moment. So that way, there's kind of a visual, at least a visual starting point for it. But kind of crooked up just so we get toward. Anyway. Say what? Okay, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, what? Saraya, are you okay though? That sounds awfully crazy. Gosh, wait, people these days. To answer your question there, no, I'm not. I have never broken a bone. That's what I will say. Wow, that's crazy. Like, what? Man, I remembered, I think with me, I think one of the times I think I was learning how to ride a bike, I think at one point, I accidentally either ran into either the mailbox or or I think I fell once just on the road, but that was for me learning a bunch of it, and I was already crying about that, like, but I was a lot younger. And so that was a crazy for me. And so, um, yeah, so I totally get some of you there too, so trust me. I was there before myself. Let me see if there's anything in here I can put with that. Let's see. There's no right here. So anyway. Anyway, just trying to see this. Let me look at my options real quick. Well, I know one of my options is still drying. Well, two are still drying. But anyway, sorry, I was just looking at it. Like, come back into here and see if there's an option that probably could have been selected. Okay, there's this top. Let's see. Let's see here. Give me just a moment, y'all. Let's see here. Give me just a moment, y'all. Anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to look through these options to pick a third for to hang up here so I can show a friend of mine this. But just know I'm still here, y'all. I'm just multitasking. So it might take me a minute. Let me show Nathan. I do have this option too, but maybe what I'll do is pull out. You know what? I'll pull out this option, but it'll probably be highly private. Wear it just as like a idea reference. Okay, so there's 3. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I was getting out the first half of my outfit selection, so that way I can show. Because one of my friends of mine helps me out with outfit picking, and so because we all know how that goes, It's like it's like if you think about, it's like okay, what to wear, kind of a deal. But yeah, so anyway, that's just what's been going on there, though. But yeah. Right. Okay. Now I can actually sit here and look through my comments, see what's been happening since I last checked it. Sunset Sabrina is now Todd. Keeping everything in loop. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. Okay. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. That way I can buy your actual name here, so I'm not using something totally in the ordinary. So thanks for letting me know. Okay. Now let me see if I'm saying anything else in my chat. All right. Bye, Todd. I'm glad that you joined. Right. So, yeah, we're just hanging out, y'all. So that's just what's going on at the moment. But sorry, I was also getting outfits out and laid out so um that way when I go to show it to one of my friends in a little bit, then they can help me out from current option selections. But anyway, that's what's going on there. But um yeah, so oh gosh. Do I remember the last lie I was told? Honestly, I honestly don't know. It's been like I think. Let's see. What was the last lie I told? Honestly, I really don't know. It's been a while since then to answer that fully. Wrong. Say that out that. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go and undo this because my hair's about that point. So, anywho, that's just me there though. That's what I'll say. But yeah. So, there we go. Now I took that out. Let's see. What is your favorite thing about myself? Ooh. Hmm. My favorite thing about me. Oh gosh. What can I say? That's a good question too. What is my favorite thing about myself? Um, let's see here. I think. Hey, little baby, hang on. Oh gosh. My favorite thing about myself. That's a good one as well. Oh gosh, why is this like the hardest question? Man, what is your favorite thing about myself? Oh gosh. What's my favorite thing about myself? I mean, I could probably say my favorite thing about myself is probably, um, oh, oh gosh. Again, I feel like I have something in my head, but it's like, I don't know. Give me a second. It's a good question. There's a lot. I'm about to put in perspective. I think I could probably say my favorite thing probably about myself is um, that I literally, um, I mean, I could probably say my favorite thing about myself is literally, um, that I, that I literally proved doctors wrong about me, um, doing a lot of things that doctors said that I couldn't do after my that probably weren't possible for me to reach. I probably would say that. I probably would say that and how amazing that was. My favorite thing about you is how thoughtful you are. Oh, thanks. I very appreciate it. But yeah, I definitely would say that about me because y'all back then, like at that time, which was September 4th, 2007. Like I said, after that surgery, doctors literally said that the chances are of me, like, because they literally said that there could be a chance I probably couldn't be able to walk, talk, speak, skip, jog, do anything that people my age could do, like driving a car, buying a house in the future, getting a job, you know, making friends, going to church, all things you can think off bat. I couldn't really, like, the odds of that were a big amount. But me proving doctors wrong a long time ago was, oh, something. It was powerful. But look at me now 20 years later. I'm walking, I'm standing, I'm doing all things that doctors said that were that were basically the impossible and all that because y'all God's good like that. And so he'll make it actually be to your own beliefs and not what others say. But yeah. Let's see. What's one thing you want your boyfriend to do more of and one thing you want him to do less of? Okay, let me see. Hang on, let me break that question down into two parts just so I can get myself thinking here. Um, what's one thing I want my boyfriend to do more? Oh gosh. Let me at least break that down. Oh gosh. What is something my what is something I want my boyfriend to do more of? All the things he's done within the 2 years we've been dating. What is something I would want him to do more of? Um, hang on. Oh god. Um, I mean, I probably would want him to do what would I say? I think within the 2 years we've been dating, what would I want him to do more of? Gosh. Um, I probably would say probably something I would want him to do more of is to just continue to be there for me through just my tough days, which he does well. He's there's not there's if I think about it though, there's not really been a whole lot of things he's not done that hadn't got my attention. But I think definitely is to continue just showing up and just doing his part, but also to keep showing me that he is confident. Like I mean, he is confident always, but to continue showing the confidence that he continues to want me and not say less about it, because as a man, you are committed to your partner. If you're a boy, okay, that's a different story there. Because, or if you're both, where you're part man for one while, then you're gonna turn to a boy like my ex did, then that's a different story. But, for someone like AJ, he is, like, I can trust him pretty well enough to where if something were to happen to me in like 5, 10 years, and let's say he and I, or let's say 5 to at least 15 years or so, and he and I are still together within that time frame, and let's say we are living together in the future on our own, I can trust him well enough to pretty much know what to do, but of course go up to like my parents and others that know stuff about any situation, you know. Of course of course you can go up to them, ask them for advice too, but like anything, what if like, let's say if I were to let's say if something were to happen to me, like I had a seizure or something, or if I just had another medical emergency that happened, I can trust them well enough to know what to do in cases and all that, which is A, call 911. But for seizure, of course, instances, of course, he'll continue to learn. He'll continue to learn that though through my parents and all that because even, I mean, I know parts of me too. Like, I know little bits of what I'm able to tell him. This is what I know what happens during this process, but my parents are able to help him out too and tell him this is what to do in this urgent case and all that. But also, with the first part of that question, though, it's really just to continue to show up for me like he's done since day one, because he's been nothing but amazing to me, and I'm thankful for that. Because I kind of wish my last person was like that, and he could have stepped up more in his game, unlike mine. Like, for those of you here who've not seen a little behind the scenes of us two from the past 2 years, he has been nothing but amazing to me, and I'm beyond blessed. And then probably to answer the other half of the question, probably something he can probably let's see, but probably one thing I would want him to do less of, I probably would say one thing to do less of is taking a long time in the bathroom. So literally he's one of those that take like y'all, in my own defense, sometimes it's not often, but there's times that he takes at least up maybe 10, 15 minutes, maybe, just to do your business. And I'm like, dang. Cause unlike me, y'all, I'm within like 30 seconds. Like I literally like I'm pretty quick. Like I do my business, flush it, and go. And not just sit there for like 2, 3 minutes or even 10 minutes and all that. That's just I mean that's one thing that I would definitely would say. But also I definitely would say one thing as well that I would want to change in him is him continuing to let me know when certain things pop up. I mean he's been getting better like well. I mean he's not like bad about it. It's just I get there's times that you forget to let me know, which I get, but just continue to remember to let me know. Hey, if you're busy on a day, let me know. And if you aren't, because kind of a method I kind of have done is I'm like, hey, if there's a time where you can't call me or something, let me know. But you don't have to say anything for example, if you're busy, let me know. And if you aren't, you don't have to say anything because that helps me out and keep track. Be like, okay, because I don't want to happen to call him and go. I don't want to happen to call him and him being busy. I'll never let me know because first off, how the heck am I supposed to mind read you? I can't mind read brains here and go, okay, you're doing this right now, and he can't mind read me either. Like he can't say, oh, I'm right here in the middle doing whatever right now. You know. It's one of those. Like I can't mind read people's minds. I go, okay, I know what so and so's doing right now. I know what my best friend's doing right now. I know what my parents are doing right now. All the things that are crazy. You know, and so it's almost like in their heads they think we can mind read what they're doing, but no, we don't. But it's just definitely. But it's also really just gonna be to continue to keep up a lot of that, and just and even like I said, the things I would say at the very beginning is to that he continues to show up like he's been doing because he's doing well about actually showing up and being there for me during tough days, but also during during times I need it. Like there's times that I've went through my epileptic side effect stuff because y'all know that about that because I go through a bunch of those, and he's been there through been there with me through a lot of those, and he's always been very understanding of me, and y'all, even I still won't forget because it was a couple weeks back leading up to my aunt's passing, 4-year anniversary of her passing recently. And it was like a couple weeks before that. Um, and I was just telling him how what the full story was through text, and then just saying, and even I was just saying that knowing that 16-year-old me had to experience what she had to experience was tough. Because y'all, no one shouldn't have to experience what I had to, because it was crazy. And even he was just very, very, very amazing with me. Like but I'll tell you, the second paragraph he sent though, which was this one. I literally, I need to pull up my iPad just to reread it to you guys. But hang on, let me grab. Right. Um, let me just pull these up really quickly. So, give me a moment to. Uh, I made both of them so you can actually hear two of them, but they're from like two different situations. And so, um, get my phone quick. Okay, so from recently, this was actually from April 7th. So this was about a couple weeks ago. And on that day I was just going through it. Like I was literally grieving and just it hit me knowing that we were 2 weeks away from the 4-year anniversary of her passing. And um I was just at it. Like I was a mess that day. And I was telling him about I was telling actually I can make some situations. Cause I was telling him about all the things and at one point in the middle of that, he sent both these paragraphs are like medium paragraphs, not like huge. It's a good enough paragraph where it could hit you. So on this day, he basically said on April 7th, he said at one point at I think I no I screenshot this at 5:10, but I think he said it around like let me look. I think it was about 2 or 3 something, I think, was when he said it to me. But I saved it a little late on. I need to go back in the times. But anyway, it basically said on so April 7th when he said the second paragraph, he said, that honestly sounds really heavy, and I hate that you had to feel all of that at once. It makes sense though. Grief can hit like that out of nowhere. I'm really glad you told me. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Here we go. And give me a second. And I'm here for you if I'm here for you through the next couple weeks, okay? Y'all, the last part of that, the last part of that hit me. Because I'm gonna read that last bit again. I'm really glad that you told me, and I'm here for you through the next couple weeks, okay? Because think about it, like, oh my god. Oh, God's so good, y'all. Like, that's just how good he is. And then I'm gonna read from uh about a couple about this one time, I think it was last year. So let me go up real quick. I don't know, last year before. But that was when I was going through just crying about the realization of what was happening. It was last year. And then the first one, which was from January 16th of last year, And this was when I was going through one of my side effects, which I think was a headache that day, if I can't remember. And he literally said, I'm really sorry to hear that you're feeling this way. It must be incredibly exhausting to deal with all that, especially for so long. Just know you're not alone. Ugh, that part hit me and I'm here. I'm here if you need to talk or vent about anything. Please take care of yourself and don't hesitate to reach out whenever you need support. Y'all, like, what again? Like, again, though, what the heck did I do, y'all? Like, what did I do to have such an amazing partner who understands me really well, but also he's actually there. Like, he is actually there for me during the darkest times of my life, whether if it's during an anniversary or something, or just the little things, like if I'm going through something. He's always has been there for me. And there's never been a time that he hasn't cared once. Once since we've been dating. Unlike Max, when I was telling because I think I told Max the exact same day, because I think around then, because I think it was still around that we were still dating at the time when her, or we were almost like broken up. And he literally, literally, at that time, he literally did not care, which was dumb of him at that time. But now he's actually caring because he's maturing a little bit better. But yeah, it was crazy. And so I am just beyond blessed to have an amazing partner like him that understands me well enough where, and y'all, the thing is, we both went through crazy traumatic experiences with things. Like, he had a traumatic childhood. I had the same thing too, but medically, and trying to figure out stuff to do with my diagnosis and how to control it. And then also throughout life as well, you know? And then even with my Nana's passing, it was pretty traumatic as well because I did not think once that the day before I saw her, like this was like the day before she passed, she seemed really well. Like she didn't seem like she was in any pain or seemed like she would be in pain. She was just pretty good and bright eyed. And next thing I know, whew, we probably weren't out of town, aka out of here, but at one of these houses down here for a little getaway. Little do I know I was gonna get the worst news ever of her passing. And then fast forward about 5 months later, my papa on the exact same side passed too. And again, we were out here as well. So it was really crazy to believe that both of those times I was out here when I heard the news. And I'm like, what the heck? It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, like I was a sophomore when my Nana passed, and I was a junior when my papa passed. But the difference was I was only a month into my junior year when my papa passed, and with my Nana, I was only like a month. Like no, I was basically 2 months, like 2.5 months out um from it being the end of my sophomore year, which is crazy. And it was hard. It was hard, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just what happens in life, though. When you go through all that, you know. And then with my boyfriend, it's um because his birth parents did crazy things, and I when then one of the parents I think went to jail. I think due to something that one of them did. I think a long time ago, but yeah, it was crazy for him. And then he had to be in the foster care system a few times, and then his aunt or a family friend, I think, took them in at one point, and ever since then, he's been doing well now ever since. And even like with him, I'm just so proud of him, honestly, because knowing what he had to go through, he didn't deserve to go through that, y'all. He didn't. And even what I went through, I didn't deserve to go through all the chaos and trying to figure out um my diagnosis and trying to figure out just everything with my epilepsy because back then that's when my seizures were very active and all that because we were trying to find me on the right for me to be on the right medications and all that and just trying to get to where I'm at. I mean, yes, I still get side effects from my meds, but you know, it's just one of those. But yeah, it's crazy. And so, um, yeah. Let's let's see. Hey there. I have epilepsy, and so what that is, it's a narrow brain disorder where where the electrical system in the brain malfunctions and causes me to have seizures, which is crazy. And so, yeah, I am a 20-year epileptic survivor, and I have lived every day since. And the only things I can do about it is take my meds every day, like normal. But I also do get pretty bad side effects from them too, even though I've been taking them for a good while in my life. But I feel like the side effects of me didn't start probably for a couple years. It was probably a couple years ago. But I've just kind of been monitoring it to see how it will get. But yeah, but also I do see a neurologist about every year for just my annuals just to make sure I'm doing good on my medication, but also I'm doing good myself and all that and see if things have changed or not or see if I need to question on things. But um yeah. So yeah, it's one of those. But yeah. Um playing including myself. Oh really? My brother is on the spectrum. He's autistic. And don't remember how old he was when he was diagnosed, but he has nonverbal autism, so he can't really speak full sentences like we can. But um, all you have to do is just learn how to adapt to it and just do the best you can and still keep him around. Just like it's like me, like keep myself around for a while, which I mean, I'm living no matter what, but you know, I'm undiagnosed. Oh, but really, but um, yeah. But there's something you want, but there's something. Exactly. Yeah, a lot of us here are going through something, whether if it's medically or not, you know? Like, some people are trying to figure out if they have a certain medical condition. Some people found out they're diagnosed, or they found out years ago that they're diagnosed with it, but they still go through stuff from it. Like, I still go through side effects from my meds. Like, I think it was earlier or it might have been the day before. No, I think it might have been the day before. That I was just going through just the typical, and it's not always easy going through it, you know? And for example, for me, it's like for example, I still have seizures, you guys. Like, I still have them, but they're not like as often as they were a long time ago. Like, the last ever seizure I had was when I was a sophomore in high school, and that was it. which is actually insane. But praise God, y'all. Let's just say that. But and even I still even that day, y'all, was crazy. Like I still remember that and all that, which it was wild to believe. But yeah. So but yeah, we're all going through something here, whether if it's medical issues or we know someone who's going through medical stuff or you're just trying to get through a season of something, which, that just means we're human, you guys, and that's just what happens, you know. And all you really can do about situations like that is pray that everything smoothens out and everything is okay. And we just, live our lives like any other to the best we can. That's all we can do about it. Um, like for example, I have a friend who, one of my friends, she I know has anxiety. She's diagnosed with anxiety, but she also has mental health stuff that she has dealt with. And mental health is pretty hard, you guys, for some people. And even my boyfriend also has anxiety too, but his isn't like crazy or anything. Thank goodness. Hopefully his is a lot more manageable and all that. So I'm thankful. Because let's just say this: there was a time in his life where he was almost where he almost um fully committed it to himself. At one point, but this was way before we even met. It was at some points. It was because at one point there was a point that he was going through something, and he almost fully committed it. And then my best friend, about a couple weeks ago, and at some point at night, um, she almost was doing it to herself, but stopped herself in the middle. And let me tell you, when I heard all this, because she hadn't answered after a certain period, and then the next day, it was like the evening of, I get a call at like 4:30 or so from her and let me know what was happening. And y'all, when she said it to me, I literally had the reaction where I literally wanted to drop my phone because of what she said. Because with AJ is the one person that because how know this is he and I were questioning each other and stuff as like continue to get to know each other. And at one point, um, he revealed that to me, and I cried honestly when AJ told me about it. Like I literally cried as I was talking to him. Just oof, was one of those. Um, and then hearing now my best friend a couple weeks ago was in that exact state, was literally almost doing it to herself, but then paused herself. Let me say this, but I'm thankful she went and got help though. I am thankful she got help because that's what I would have want for her, is to get the help she needs and get the support and all that. Cause mental health is not easy. It's not an easy thing to manage a lot of the times, even if you think you have it all put together, which none of us do. I don't even have anything put together my own self. It's only the best I know, and that's it. And so, um, yeah, it was crazy though, y'all. But, um, yeah. So that's just what was happening. But we're just hanging out though at the moment. But I'm just relaxing. So Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cray. But yeah. But yeah. So, um, anyway. Um, but yeah. But for anyone on here, really, if you are going through something, you are never alone. You really aren't. Um, because we shouldn't have to go through things. Like we really shouldn't have to go through. But also, let me say this though. Sometimes going through certain obstacles, though, thinking about it, is almost kind of like God. It's almost kind of like God's way of testing us and see how we respond about it, you know? Like God can test us in so many ways. What if it's through the obstacles in life we go through or how we handle certain situations and all that. Um like the times with me, he's seen how I've handled a bunch of my epileptic side effects. Okay, hey you guys, I gotta go because I gotta go do something, but I will be back live probably on um Tuesday next. So it was a good time for me to come on here with you guys for a couple times today, but I will see you guys back and then on Tuesday.